Welcome to the channel. My name is Bally and let's talk about a brand new game called StarRupture. If you're on the fence about whether or not to give it a try, I'm going to walk through the first 2 hours of gameplay in less than 15 minutes to give you an idea of what it's all about. StarRupture is an interactive game that focuses on base building, exploration, and fighting off hordes of vermin as you play a prisoner marooned on a desolate planet called Arcadia 7. Arcadia 7 has already taken the lives of settlers before you, and it's your job to gather resources for corporations that will incentivize you with rewards.
Welcome to the Argos program. Your adventure with the Playwood Corporation begins right now.
The game starts off with a decent tutorial that handholds you through resource mining and building your first orbital launcher, which is used for sending refined materials to different companies that allow you to unlock new technology and weapons. Similar to other games in this genre, you can connect fabricators and machines to your central power grid, but this one utilizes a combination of platforms and rails that tie everything together. Simply place a structure connecting to another one to give it power, or use a rail system to connect distant ore extractors and smelters that you can rotate before placing them to make sure the input and output align with the direction of the rails.
I am detecting. Welcome to Arcadia 7 in the Raptura system. The goal of this training is to teach you to effectively acquire and produce goods for our clients.
After completing the tutorial,
However,
you are released from the binds of the starter gameplay and you can explore your surroundings, but watch out because the vermin are lurking waiting to strike. After the tutorial, I would explore your immediate surroundings for water plants and food, as you will need these to survive on Arcadia 7. Place your base near a titanium or wolfram location to make getting started easier. Focus on building multiple ore excavators and smelters to connect to your orbital cargo launchers. At this point, you should have 1 or 2 ore excavators connected to separate orbital cargo launchers, and this will allow you to level up 2 different corporations at the same time, or you can focus on one to target a specific upgrade path. I built plenty of solar generators and 2 ore extractors, smelters, and orbital launchers each for titanium and wolfram, which are your 2 basic starting resources. This allowed me to level up 4 corporations at once, while I could go explore and work on building my habitat with the fabricators. I was unlocking and almost getting killed by arachnid-like creatures that cohabitate with me.
we are aware. Mr. Claywood has carefully studied all of your histories. You will have a chance to prove your worth.
At the beginning, you only have a building tool and a handheld mining laser, which can be used as a weapon against smaller vermin. Some of these release an infectious gas that takes down your shield, while larger ones can almost catch up to you while sprinting. The larger ones will take significantly longer to kill with the laser, and you can get a pistol pretty quick following some tips later in this video.
What's going on?
I would suggest avoiding exploration too early in the game and focus on gathering enough resources to get multiple orbital launchers and ore extractors set up.
So, we need a fight exposed. Threat eliminated. What was that?
They're vermin, the main threat on this planet.
What do you mean, main?
Most of the people that arrived on Arcadia 7 were eliminated by these creatures. Natural disasters you can prepare for, but vermin are a bit more unpredictable.
Why weren't we told about them?
The IRO imposed a TS9 top-secret clause on their existence. They made very sure no one ever found out about them. Aside from high-ranking officials, only people sent directly to the planet have ever learned of their existence.
Claywood was here. You should have told us. You knew.
Once you've got a pretty good base built, you're going to start unlocking some rewards, which can be new crafting benches to make items or a recipe station to learn new recipes. When you get this recipe station, you'll find out that you need a combination of raw material and research points to unlock a new recipe. You can gain these research points by turning in vegetation and items you find looting, and don't make the mistake I did and level up a corporation before getting new recipes. Otherwise, you'll be grinding plants to turn them for points. You can collect refined ores like titanium straight from the ore excavator, smelter, or orbital launcher, depending on what stage of product you need, instead of hand mining these resources like you did at the beginning. When you are ready to go outside of your immediate habitat, just look into the distance to see if there are any structures. I saw what looked like an escape pod and found a dead body that I could loot and a survey beacon that required a map, which I didn't have at the time. I also encountered some vermin that I wasn't expecting, but was able to quickly defeat them and return to safety.
Gal, what's going on?
You've entered an infection cloud. Microorganisms from the vermin are reacting with your equipment, disrupting your shield.
So, we need a fight exposed.
I saw a larger habitat that I wanted to go to, so I set out thinking I would just come across some blue gas spiders. That's what I'll call them anyway. I encountered a small horde of vermin exploring, and I found I was quickly outmatched with just the mining laser. I ran for my life while trying to take down as many as I could because I was getting combat experience for each kill.
Oh, hell no! Hell no! No, 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 no.
I decided to be patient, even though I knew there was some juicy loot to find up there, and focus on setting my orbital cargo launchers to unlock the pistol. Once I got the pistol unlocked, I planned a salvage mission to the desolate habitat that had once defeated me. Armed with just a few bullets, I found the hitbox of the vermin to be questionable, but maybe my aim is just bad. I was at first successful, but was attacked while looting. Gotta watch your back on Arcadia 7. I was able to find some additional ammo in the loot pool and take out a few more big arachnids, but had to resort to my mining laser to defeat the rest. I found some various items that I could turn in to the analyzing station for points.
It will improve your motor or cognitive skills.
No way to install it. I miss the days when I was loaded with them. I always feel like I'm hungover without it. Out of ammunition. I don't see any more.
Once at the recipe station, I gathered some refined ores and turned in some experience points to unlock the next tier of resource refinement for titanium, as this is what's required for higher levels.
Arcadia 7 is a very particular place for the specific resources and requirements. The building's programming needs to be updated as these...
The game periodically has a heat wave that covers the entire planet. I have luckily been near my base when I encountered this, and it seems to be once an hour, but I don't have enough playtime to really say for sure how often it happens. Basically, don't get caught outside because the entire surface gets cooked, including any water and plants that you may have been foraging. I assume you will die if you're exposed to the heat wave, but I didn't want to lose the contents of my backpack to test it out. I did unlock the personal storage containers near the end of my session, so maybe I'll test that out next time I play. That's the highlights from this video. I hope this helped make a buying decision or gave some insight into the gameplay of StarRupture. I've had a blast so far and will continue to level up and unlock new rewards. If you have any suggestions for games you'd like me to try out next, leave a comment below. This is my first video here on YouTube, so it's pretty much guaranteed to be read. Thanks for watching.